Okay, let's go ahead and return to a little bit more. Wait, what? Oh, right. Yes, that. Okay, let's go ahead and return to a little bit more of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. And, you know, with that, we can now, not the map. Let's see, is it in here? Yes, it is. That would be our monster tomes, and we now have information on the monsters that we defeat. Which, you know, I probably won't actually be checking at any point during this. So we don't actually have very far to go to get to the next boss, so we'll have to do a little bit of grinding along the way. Although, basically, since, you know, there's not too much space between here and there, pretty much just means I can kill all the things that we see and don't walk by anything. And, of course, you know, explore all the rooms, even knowing that, there's going to be some things here that we will not be able to get to quite yet. Yeah, of course, that'll work. There we go, alright. Okay, so I'm just taking out some bone pillars here. And of course we got the rock armors and the large ghosts and the other little ghosts. Basic variety of enemies for this basic area here. Only in this is the second area of the game. And I have to say that this music really is not doing anything for me. Just on the whole, the Harmony of Dissonance music just feels really dull to me. Just nothing going on with it. Sort of very little to the melody, as it were. Okay, and this is the room that I mentioned where, like, we can go through the room and we can kill some things, but can't actually get to any of the things yet because we don't yet have the double jump. Since, as always, that is withheld to us till about a quarter to halfway through the game at some point in there. And that would be the other thing. We can go ahead and take out this rock armor, but we can't actually get up there yet. No methods of reaching that particular spot. And yeah, I could be doing that if this were some kind of speedrun or, you know, other type of run that wanted to do that. Which, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that because that's just annoying. No real matter, since I'm definitely not overly worried about every point of damage that we take. Hey, nice! A whole $1. Okay, so this area to go through here down. Let's see. Let's go this way first. And of course, remembering to take out all the ghosts. Should actually be pretty close to level now. Yeah, 95 away. Closer than we were at the start of this recording session anyway. Okay, so in this little area here, get a new cloak, which I don't recall if that is actually better. No, it is better than nothing, and that is for certain. Alright, and over here, stuff we can't reach, and an entrance to a spot that has a lizard man. Hey, very nice. And a nice little heart max up, and that door there is locked. So we're not even gonna bother with it. And I still don't know why this particular one decided to just abandon the whole when you need hearts, the candles will give you hearts. When you are at max hearts, the candles will give you money thing. Maybe I'm forgetting and that was not a thing in Circle of the Moon and it was only introduced in Area of Sorrow, but I'm pretty sure that was indeed a thing in Circle of the Moon, so I don't know why it's not a thing in this. Kind of makes the castles mostly useless unless you really do rely on the secondary attacks, which I'm not really going to bother with because most of them are just okay at best. Still going to check things though because why the heck not? Sometimes they will have stuff. And let's see if they are random stuff. It doesn't seem to be, so that's fine. So, what the heck am I? What about down there? Can we get further over? Doesn't seem like we can. How do we manage that? Ah, of course, coming up from the other side. I couldn't tell where on the map exactly that I was. Just looking over at the other screen at the, you know, complete map. I think for this I will try and get the hidden stuff as we go, rather than the usual get whatever and then come back for everything in one final run later on. Fortunate thing is that there's actually not overly much in the way of like breakable walls or the like. Although I will probably forget stuff like you know, that little loop around view that we went through. I will completely forget that there is stuff to reach there with the double jump, and, you know, we'll probably not go there until at the very end, possibly. Not guaranteed, really. Okay, right over here. I think we're in the right place for it. Yes, we are. Don't have the slide yet. How about that? Okay, so never mind about that. That would be an HP max up right over there, but no way at all to reach it. Yeah, that's getting really annoying to deal with, so let's get this instead. An opal. That'll be good for selling, I am sure. Certainly is being very generous with the things that drop. Oh, hey. New kind of thing for us to fight. I don't know why I thought I would be able to duck that. Oh my, that's bad. Incredibly damaging. We're doing the exact same amount of damage to each other. That's, I was expecting it to be a lot more, you know, painful getting hit by this thing, but okay. Particularly given how, you know, how much freaking health this guy has. There. Okay, that takes care of that finally. Now as for what he was guarding, it is an energy circle. The heck is an energy circle? Oh yeah, it's one of those things. Yep, and it gives us that very basic attack, which we had in Circle of the Moon, and we could do to a certain extent over in Super Castlevania 4. I imagine that this one is, you know, equally weak in doing that. Oh, Victory Armor does not respawn. Interesting. And that is just a weird animation for it. It looks like it's moving incredibly slowly. But at the very least, it does seem to be, I think, more powerful. It's, actually... Oh, no, never mind. Less powerful. Just compare numbers here. Yeah. 1 damage less with the other thing there, so yeah, we will not bother with that. Don't really fancy the, ability to swing my whip in a circle for less damage. That's... The number of times it'd be useful is just so far less. So very, yeah, unnecessary. Yeah, so where are we now? And okay, actually very close to a save point here. Don't want to go up that way and into this larger area here. Bone pillars to deal with. Ooh, that's a bit better. And again, since I'm pretty sure they do stay the same as far as what is in those candles, you could grind up money at a nice pace for this early in the game. If you wanted to get to that over and over again. And now we're within 1 hit of being killed, but that's okay. Because again, thanks to the little save point is just around the corner here. And, yeah, we'll explore that room after we've gone through and checked into our little save point hotel. For the sake of it, what do we have over here? Actually, yeah, I'll keep the cross. Okay, so all the way over here we have more lizard men, of course. No real surprise there. Do we have anything actually worthwhile? Okay, wow. And will that do the... Yes! Okay. That is fantastic. Okay, so yeah. This little life max up. Sort of replaces the one we could not reach earlier. Don't know exactly when we will get a slide ability, but, you know, we'll be back for that one later. Oh hey, forgot we could advance the text even faster. Not gonna worry about that then. Not going to go at, you know, super speed, but also not going to go too very slow. At, you know, regular speed. And we are level 7. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I think I will, put in a jump cut here and get back to this once I'm either level 8 or 9, depending on how much grinding I feel like doing. Back in a second. Okay, here we are, about 2 levels, and about, like, 25 minutes later. Really, really bad spot grinding, but, you know, it works. And something I noticed, which is another thing I think in why Harmony of Dissonance just feels kind of meh to me. This has been true basically every single level that I've been grinding here, and, you know, even earlier. Lizard Man, we do 22 damage to it. It does 7 damage to us, no matter if it hits us like that, or with its sword attack, or what have you. Rock Armor does 7 damage to us. it hits us like that, or with its rock attack, 22 to it. Way over here, we have Bone Dragon. It does 7 damage to us, no matter what attack it uses. We do 22 damage to it. And, you know, we can further this by going out here and going back to the Bone Pillars. You do 16 damage to it, which is, you know, different. At least it has different defense. But it does 7 damage to us. And that's just... I don't really think that all these different things should deal exactly the same amount of damage as each other. That just feels kinda lazy to me. So anyways, here we have our second boss, Living Armor. And recommended level for this is either 7 or 8. And either of those you can really get by on. I went up to 9 since I'm pretty much going to try to be 1 or 2 levels ahead of the curve at all times in this so that, you know, I don't have to spend an hour on every single boss fight. And can just generally breeze through the next area as I go through. And also, so I hopefully won't have to, you know, spend 25 minutes to an hour grinding before each and every boss, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, apparently this guy has, you know, one single attack other than, you know, walking forward, so... Yeah, again, just feels very bland and meh. They really did not put a lot of effort into this one. So, there we go with that. All well and good. We will just, Lizard Tail. What the heck does that do for us? Does that give us our slide? Relics. Hey, hey, that gives us our slide. That opens up that. Gives us access back to this here, which I believe... Yeah, it must have already been there. Okay, so that's all well and good. And that having been said, let's go back. Well, obviously, let's save. Had that thing not too long ago. I already forget exactly where it is, but you know, don't have to trek incredibly far backwards. Because we had that thing that we could only get if we had the slide. To walk through things. There we go. Okay. Very nice. Okay, that's being done. I will go ahead and, you know, return to the save room, mark off the video, and... well, you know, get back to this later, but I should be saying that at that point I'm wasting things and making myself repeat them. Let's just get back to this save room then. Obviously very much looking forward to when we get the double jump, since that will save all the time in getting around a lot of these areas. And walking into enemies is increasing all the time. We have to take to, loading save states, and, you know, failing jumps is increasing the time that it takes to get around. Okay, so then, save room. And yes, I will go ahead and look up where the heck we're supposed to go next, and we will return to more Harmony of Dissonance at some point later.